Hello my friends, I am Chihondo, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Aurora. This is episode 20. In episode 19, I unfortunately spent the vast majority of that episode in long and tedious arguments with our little floating digger here, before finally, about 15 seconds after I stopped recording, figuring out what exactly the problem was. I put a full description in the previous episode at the end, explaining exactly the failing points, but let me sum them up real quick for us here. In order to get these to work, all you actually do, instead of telling it to fly to that comet or asteroid or what have you, and doing a load, instead just tell it to fly there and sit. No actual orders. The comet or asteroid has to be a colony, so I guess when I cleaned all those out, that was a bit of a mistake, but anyway, that's fine. It will count as a little colony, obviously no population, but it will have mining modules in orbit, which means they'll start to stockpile. Now, you could either have, say one type of ship that does all the mining and then separately a cargo ship come and get it, or you could do it like the way I did, where my one ship does both. So it has all the miners, plus it has cargo capacity. So when this either exceeds 125,000, which is all I can carry, or all this stuff is depleted, then I can pick it all up and haul it away. So I figured that out. The other thing I found out is that these orbital miners only work on asteroids and comets. So my idea of sending it to Io or to Earth or what have you as a test not only didn't help, but it actually made it worse. So there's that. The other thing I'm noticing is, I think, oh no, never mind. Okay, I thought this was a different colony than they were doing their mining on before, so I wasn't sure if I was actually buying those materials off them, but I am, so it's fine. Let's check and see. Well, these people still have not hauled away the stuff I've asked them to. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not doing it very well, that's for sure. Anyway, well, they have at least started to haul that stuff away. There's still a long way to go, but they've at least started, so I guess that's alright. My terraforming fleet is in orbit now around Le Mans, so they're getting that going. We're still at a point where we're just trying to drain off all this excess of hydrogen, which will be a long time coming because there's double standard atmosphere levels, and it's just hydrogen. So we have to get rid of all of that, or almost all of that, before we can start putting on anything useful. Okay, I think that catches us up to where everything is. Let's make sure I'm researching stuff. Yes, we are. Although it looks like they're both about to be done, so let's just let them get done. Fantastic. Alright, what we shall do next, I think, will be... Oh, that's very, very expensive. I was thinking improving the mining speed, but that is kind of brutal. You know what? Let's make the civilians work better. That might help us indirectly. And that we still have some labs left. Let's get them building. You know what? I really do. I actually really do want this to happen. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one first, just to help that much larger one later. So I'm going to improve my research rate, and then we'll go do the mining production speed. And I think that'll work. Okay, so those will be a while. Let's go check on our various ships that are doing stuff. So the gas pump is almost at a point where it's ready to come back. This is good. The digger, I assume, has a long, long, long way to go because it's going to take a long, long time. I probably should actually just go ahead and build a couple more of those. Or I could, the other thing I could do is definitely build some more terraformers to help speed these along. That wouldn't be bad either. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build one more terraformer, and then I'm going to switch and start building the floating diggers. I think that will work. I don't want to have, hundreds and hundreds of these terraformers, because eventually I will get to a point where I don't want any more places colonized, but I would like them to become habitable a little bit quicker anyway. Okay, those are still fine. June of 105 is the next one. Okay, so I got a year. That's fine. This will be done first. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting research time. Because on this screen it does not pause for all events. It pauses for the dire events, but research inactive is not considered a dire event for this screen like it is for this auto ticker here. So, okay. I'm learning the game as we go. Doing all right. Okay, one more month should do it. There we go. Okay, so now we have a terraformer. I'll get this started on retooling for the digger. And let's go get this other terraformer here going. The octopus, apparently. Alright, so what I think I want to do is, if I can tell it that it belongs to the barracuda. Actually, can I just do it this way? Probably not, because it's not actually here. That's okay. So you're going to go to Le Mans, to there, move to it. When you get there, we'll sort you out. That's going to take you 58 days. Okay. Yeah, I didn't make these ships terribly fast there, or at least not by my standards of fast anyway. But they're functional, so that'll be fine. Alright, let's go back. How long will this take here? Oh, no time at all. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and build a floating digger. Okay, that'll take till August, so this will finish first. And I can check here to see if that other ship has arrived. It has. So just for my own edification, I am going to make them both be part of the same group. Octopus or barracuda? I think octopuses are more interesting, so there you go. That means the barracuda task group can go. And we'll just stick with the one for the octopus. And that'll be fine. Excellent. Okay. Just a little minor thing there. It's technically not necessary in the slightest to do that, but that just makes it easier for me later when I go to move them. I can move just the one task group and they'll both go. I don't have to remember to move them both separately. That's all. Little things to help myself out are very good because my memory is terrible. The other thing I haven't decided is just how many of these floating diggers I want to end up building. Probably want quite a few of them. Then it's just a case of, do I keep them all separate and mine several comments at once, or do I send them all together and basically strip mine them in no time? I'll probably just keep them together. It's probably slightly less efficient, but it'll be definitely easier for me to remember what's going on. So, all right, let's get started on this. I know this isn't done yet, but once it is, it will jump ahead and speed these guys up, so that will be fine. Yeah, right now they think that's going to take 20 years to do. But once this one's done, that will drop, and I'll be able to move at least some of these labs down as well, so that'll also help. Okay. And our shipyard has completed one. I'm going to ask it to build another. Shipyard group. We'll detach you. And we will send you to Van B's work as well. Excellent. That should only take, yeah, not bad at all. In fact, I don't even need to do too much here. Just a couple of days advance should get you there. There we go. All right. Now again, I can put these into the same group. I think I will stick with the Atlanta just because I'm used to that. So we'll go this way this time. And the Fort Lauderdale group can go. because it's empty. Excellent. Alright, so now we shall be digging out Van Beesbrook here. I'm probably mispronouncing that, and I'm sorry if anyone knows how to pronounce that properly. I can barely read it, so I'm going with what I think it says. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. But there's not much I can do. Yeah, so it still is going to take quite a while, but that's definitely much, much better. And we will have, I think I'm going to build 2 more of the diggers. Maybe even 3 more. Well, we'll see. When this one's, yeah, I think I'm going to have 5 in total. I think this is going to be what I'm going to do. February 08. Okay, so this will definitely be done first. Oh, how is our floating gas pump? Oh, it's ready to go. Okay. So let's remove that order. Let's send you back to Saul. And then send you to... I probably should send one to Lehman, or Leyland, or whatever it's called. To here. Okay, I don't want you to do anything after that, so I'm going to take that order off for the moment. Okay. Let's let that get going. Okay. So our gas pump has arrived, so now we can go in, and because of that little error pop-up, I always have to do this one manually, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so it is showing a 0, so it recognizes that it is somewhere where there is a colony. Okay, so we've gone ahead and fed them absolutely nothing, so I clicked the wrong button. Anyway, alright, so now that colony has 4 million units of fuel, and this is ready to go and start hunting for Sorium again. I could send it back to Le Mans, but it may as well just stay in Leyten. It's really no difference. So I'll just tell you to move to the nearest Sorium. There it is. And that will be fine. And, yep, you are now there. So now you can start harvesting. Excellent. Alright. Nothing is happening. Okay, fair enough. That's going fine. You both are going fine. Awesome. This will be our 3rd digger in our fleet that will eventually be 5. Okay. So go ahead and ask for the next one. It's a shame you can't queue them up. I suppose at some point I could add another slipway here. In fact, I should see how much that costs. Yeah, it's based on this, so it's going to be ridiculous, so we're not going to do that. I'll just build them one at a time. That'll be fine. That will be just fine. So we're bashing through them pretty quick, so not to worry. There's our 4th one. And yes, I could have sent the 3rd and the 4th one to get working, but I'll just get the last 3 all done at once and send them all together. It's just easier. It's less efficient, but it's easier. And sometimes that's more important. And by sometimes, I mean often. So, you came here to have fun. You didn't come here to learn how to play efficiently. If I happen to be efficient, well, that's just a bonus. And one more tick, and they are done. Excellent. Okay. So we can go to our shipyard. Nope, the shipyard task group. Detach them. Oh, are you going to seriously make me do them separately? Can I? No, I can't even multiply select. Well, that doesn't work for me. Okay, that did not work either. That worked very poorly, in fact. Let's try some of these again, shall we? Okay, apparently the assemble button is not the right choice. And the kilo needs to be separate. Okay, let's try that again, only better. Okay, that's fine. I can then get rid of the extra. Should be allowed, really, though, to actually just say. Okay, here's what we will do. We'll create this temporary task group. We'll go here. We will tell you that you all belong to that temporary task group. Fantastic. Okay, then we'll take the temporary task group, send it over to Van Beesbrook, or whatever it's called. Oh, we don't have enough fuel. Am I actually out of fuel on Earth? I am. Okay. And we are not going to tell you to do that. Instead, we're going to tell you just to... Although, having said that, you have a lot of fuel on hand anyway, so I could just do an equalized fuel. And that should be fine. Because the actual trip to where these guys are only took 1% fuel, so I don't need to spend all that extra fuel. That'll be fine. Okay, so this order still stands. I guess the next time the gas pump is done, it has to go back to Earth. And that's fine. Will I remember that? Probably not. Okay, that's fine. But there's still plenty of other things to go. The neutronium is going to pop any second now, but we still have a lot of things going there, so that's fine. These guys are arriving now, so now we can fix that task force. Add all of you into there, and get rid of that temporary task group. Perfect. Okay. And that means that here, our mining is much, much better. Yeah, so we're down to only 4 years to drain out all the corundum. And that's not bad at all. And with 5 of them, I can haul back over 600,000 units, so I'll just strip mine, tell them all to load up, send them back, and that'll be fine. Okay, excellent. Research is still going well. We don't have a whole lot of fuel here yet, but I would like there to be at least a little bit more than that. On the other hand, I don't really want to build a lot of refineries or burn through all our sorium. I just want there to be at least some on hand. Clearly something just refueled. Oh, they're conditional orders to come back and fuel up. Oh, right. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine, not a problem. Okay, that's close enough, guys. Go back to here and get back to work. I forgot about that. Once they arrived, I needed to do another equalized fuel, otherwise they were just going to turn right back around and go to refuel again. Okay, so now you should be mining happily. Good. And Earth should be stockpiling fuel at full speed again. Much better. I'll wait till it has about 1 million or so. Doesn't need to be exact, but we'll get to about 1 million, and then I can shut that off. Okay, that'll do. Yeah. Okay. So I do not want to burn through all our sodium. We have basically none left on the planet other than what's stockpiled, so I really don't want to burn through much of that. Research still has a little ways to go. This one should be just about done. So this number will drop from February of 125. Yeah, September of 121. So that knocked off a few years right away. Adding these research labs will further knock it down. Okay. That's still a long time out, but that's not a problem. Yeah, I could even research the next one of these. Yeah, maybe I will. Again, they are both going to take a long time. It won't finish in time to help this one, but it will help anything future. So, alright, I think we did a lot better this episode than last episode. Our diggers are actually working. The gas pump is doing its thing, but it's been fine for a few episodes, so I'm happy with it. And yeah, I think that's a good spot for us to put a cut in this episode. So, till next time, folks, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching.